Good morning, guys. I hope everyone is doing awesome. So, for this episode, I want to talk about the idea around difficult conversations. And I wrote this idea. I don't know if you heard it on a previous episode, but I have something I call the inspiration list in my phone, and it's just simply as I'm walking around and getting ideas throughout the day, I write down things that come to me. So there's a little tip if you guys ever have a creative art, just have an inspiration list or somewhere where you're writing everything down. So this came to me, and it's totally true as I reflected, and it's basically that the most important things that you would want in life, the things that you really want to achieve in life, anything that you want to go for in life is often, I would say at least it's true in my life, is often at the end of a difficult or hard conversation. You know, if you want to have a raise, if you want to change the way that a relationship is moving, if you want to, tell one of your close friends that you're thinking about moving or what have you, all of those situations require a difficult conversation. There's this idea of having a locus of control, the ability to control your life, the ability to operate in a way that gives you a sense of control in your life. And to have that agency, to have that ability to have some self-power, you're going to have difficult conversations. Now, what do I mean by difficult? Usually difficult conversations are because you are changing the dynamics of a close relationship, or you're going to some form of superior or individual you perceive as superior to you, that they're further along in some way. So if you're reaching out to a mentor that you want to have help from, often that's a difficult conversation because you're nervous about what they think about you. You're nervous about this person who's higher up on the food chain, or you're nervous that maybe however that conversation goes could affect your personal reputation. You're afraid of speaking to a close relationship or friend about a change in the dynamics of the relationship, a change that you'd like to see, or a change in what you want to do, because you're afraid that's going to impact the quality of the relationship. So in that sense, those are difficult conversations. And yet, the thing that we want to achieve in life is at the end or at the other side of that conversation. Inside of us, there's something that we want. Inside of us, there's something that we'd like to achieve. Inside of us, there's something that we want to go for. We've created a clarity within ourselves. We want to get a certain goal. We want to improve our finances. We want to change our location, what have you. And in those aspects, we then have to have the conversation. But a lot of people are avoiding the conversation that needs to happen to essentially make themselves feel better and stay in a state of calm. But it's a false sense of calm because really they should just be having the conversation. So for everyone listening today, I ask you to just speak your truth. Be exactly where you are. Be honest about what you would like to achieve so that you can provide clarity to your relationships. We often talk about this when I'm speaking to Dr. Neil and myself. We speak about it as the words over communication. Over-communicate where you're at. Over-communicate what your needs are. Over-communicate to the people that need to hear it so you can set yourself up for success. If we do not over-communicate, if we're not telling people where we're at on a consistent basis, they can't read our minds. This actually pairs really nicely with the previous episode where we were talking about the shoulds and expectations. If you are expecting things to go a certain direction, you are in for a world of hurt. If you communicate your needs and wants and then you're able to elicit that from the other person or party, then you're in a world of peace because you've communicated it. So, I want you guys to think about that because in life, one of the ways to be happier, to have more joy, to have more sense of peace is to be able to pave your way. It's to be able to create your path. And if we're going to create that internal sense of autonomy, internal sense of freedom, we're going to have to build our confidence in dealing with these conversations. typical millennials, right? You think about our generation or, the younger generations, everyone's communicating by phone, through text. Everyone's communicating through Instagram, social media, but where are the conversations? We have to build our social resilience. We have to build our social skills. We have to build our ability to have social interactions in a way that's effective. And I think we're really missing that, and that's causing a lot of issues. That's great. You can send a message, whatever, but can we have the conversations in real life, have those phone calls, have those important relationship conversations to take things to our next level and to let people know where we're at. A very important conversation, and a very important thought. And my ask of you is simple. If this conversation sparked an idea in your mind of people you might want to speak to be honest with in order to carve out your life in a improved way for you, have the conversation. It's really tough, but I want to empower you to take that next step. I hope that episode was helpful for today. And if you enjoyed it, I would love for you to leave a 5-star review on iTunes. It's one of the best ways to support us, and it means a lot. And I'm going to wish you an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care, guys.